Yes, respected friends, welcome. Congratulations again and again for being so serious, regular about the study of Shastras. A very good stage of mind and life. More and more we be established in this with more seriousness, sincerity, and purpose and clarity. Let the Lord, the Gurus, all of them, help us in this regard. The 13 Vyaktitvas, Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta Gambhira, and Samskrita Bhasha Gnata, the helping supports to us of Parabrahma Tattva, Ishwara Tattva, Jagannatha Tattva, the Devata Ganas, the Guru Ganas, and also the Shruti Gana. Let us take the help of them all the time. Friends, Shwethashwathara Upanishad study we have started. We are in the first chapter, the most crucial ninth mantra we are studying, wherein the Jiva Jagat Bheda is only Maya Kruta that doesn't affect the Brahman at all. The Brahma Tattva is always intact in his being what he is. The Nirguna Nirakara, therefore, he is available for us anytime for our identification, thereby getting our liberation, freedom from all the limitations. So, the doubts, questions, all sorts regarding this are being answered. Let us see the conclusion of that ninth mantra today. If possible, start the 10th also. In this way, by being so regular in our these pursuits, though it is slow but steadily, the intellect has to be equipped with this knowledge. More important is this knowledge has to be reminded by us also, remembered by us also. And the utility of that knowledge we must know, actually use it. So these are the stage by stage stages for our spiritual evolution. May all that clarity come to us as we are serious, sincere in our attempts. Let us do that. Before that, our Sankalp and Prarthanas. Before that, our today's simple common sense thought for a couple of minutes. Our common sense thought today before we start our actual Upanishad class is very honestly, let us observe within ourselves only, by ourselves. Nothing to discuss with others, nothing to share with others, but within ourselves only let us observe. Right now, at this moment or in this particular life, in this state of affairs, in us, how much is the bhogi in us? Let us think about it. And therefore, how much is the rogi in us? And therefore, what is the position of the yogi in us? Think about them. The bhogi in us, how prominent he is, how predominant he is. Bhogi of the Bhahya Bhogya Vastu with all the upadhis. How much we are involved, how much we are inclined, how much for us those cravings are there, those wants are there. A serious, sincere, genuine question. Not to discuss with anyone or justify, but dekhna hai. So that shows how much we are matured or not matured, understood or not understood, practicing or not practicing, achieving or not achieving. How much is the bhogi in us? In a day's time, let us say, throughout the day, buddhi level, indriya level, mana level, sharira level, how much is the bhogi occupying? How much is he predominant? Like, a person working in an office, how much the honest officer is working in him or employee, how much is the lazy person in him, how much the distracted otherwise person in him. A question like that. You know, in the same way, in ourselves also, how much is the quantity of the bhogi? Then that is indirectly proportion with the rogi in us. Rogi at all levels. The intellectual rogi always naturally planning to procure those bhogas only. The mental rogi also is always in that anxiety, tensions, worries only about those bhoga vastus. That is the roga of the mana, the rogi we are. So too, the indriya level, the rogas, the restlessness, the in the indriyas also, that restlessness, that demand in them, कि ये चाहिए ही, like a small child. So these are the rogas. And at the sharira level, the roga of tamoguna, the physical, actual roga, they go together. So we have to keep checking within ourselves how much the bhogi rogi combination is there and are we aware of it or not. Then how much is the yogi in us? Absolutely, who is a yogi then? The yogi is the one who is applying all these faculties only for the search of the truth, search of the Paramatma. What is the position of him, quantity of him? है ना, जायजा लेना है, कहते हैं कि नहीं, we cannot be careless or negligent or inadvertent or forgetful if at all we want to really grow in our life. We have to बार बार हर बार देखते ही रहना पड़ता है. So the yogi in us, the intellect, how much it is involved in the inquiry of the truth, because only through the inquiry the untruth is understood as untruth, truth as truth, and the truth as we ourselves. So see the position of the yogi in us. In the same way, position of the yogi at the mana level, the inclinations in our mind, the likings in our mind, the craving, though negative word, let us use it, in the mind, the love in the mind, for that adhyatmika pragati and for that sadhana is necessarily to be done. Toward that sadhana, how much of our liking is there in the mana? That is called a yoga sthiti. So too, at the indriya sthiti also, calm, quiet indriyas, also fully cooperative for the yoga sadhana. They are not wanting their own vishayas. Yoga sthiti. Slowly, slowly, a day we have to live, every day for that matter, as a yogi more than a bhogi rogi combination. At the sharira level also. The yogi sharira, fit, hale, hearty, healthy, not at all becoming an abstraction for the mana buddhi which are applied for the yoga sadhana. A cooperative sharira, yogi sharira, yoga sharira. है ना, भोग विदूरम योग शरीरम भुवनाधारम. About Bhagavan it is said. Bhoga viduram yoga shariram bhuvanadharam. On that Lord, O my mind, please meditate on. In that Sadashiva Brahmendra Kirtanas that comes. So we have to check, we have to keep on ensuring that the bhogi in us is reduced. Therefore, the rogi in us is reduced. Rogi means samsari. Always only those things. Because they cause the roga of the dukkha, we call them as roga. They cause us the roga of the bandhana, therefore we call them as roga. We have to call so in our own interest. Don't encourage them. Don't say that, no, never mind, let those qualities be there in me. that justification is very harmful. तो कहो मन में कामनाएं हैं तो हमें मानसिक रोगी. कहो इंद्रिया में अगर क्रेविंग्स है हमें इंद्रिय रोगी. So too in the buddhi also, if alochana vrittis are only for how to procure these bhoga vastus, then हम intellectual रोगी. कहना पड़ता है अपने आप को in our interest. Nobody is there. Then only naturally from the roga we have to come out. We try to come out. All that effort to come out is called the yoga. Who can do the yoga for us? Nobody, ourselves. Right? Now, in this yoga also, always remember four helps we have to have to convert the bhogi rogi in us into the yogi. Obviously, the first help is our own selves. Our own selves. We have to be mindful about our entire life, entire day schedule, how our faculties are behaving, how in what things I am involving, as much as possible. My own Purushartha is the first one with which I try to become yogi. The other two things automatically get reduced. खुद का उत्साह के साथ, खुद का प्रेम के साथ, with that ambitious heart that I have to become a yogi, I have to be a sadhaka, I have to excel in my adhyatmika sadhanas. As 2 days back we discussed, in this world, everybody have their ambitions, working hard towards them. So too I am ambitious. My goal is spirituality. I have to excel in it. The paddhati is the yoga. Let me do it so. And in that way, we have to encourage ourselves. We have to inspire ourselves. We have to dynamize ourselves. We have to activate ourselves. In fact, if one can do this, the other helps automatically come. ये बहुत बहुत ज़रूरी है. देख लो हम कितना कर सकते हैं. वी आर ऑलवेज ए नेगेटिव थिंकिंग अबाउट आवर सेल्स कि ये ज़रूरत नहीं है या ये मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ. ऑल द योग संबंधी साधनास not required or I cannot do. From these two come, therefore let me a bhogi. No, like I cannot get up in the morning, I cannot do my sadhana. Therefore, what is the other alternative? Let me sleep for 1 more hour. I cannot or I don't need to do my sadhana during the daytime. Therefore, go to sit for the TV, go and go for some shopping. Somehow or the other, bhoga immediately attacks if the yoga nishchayas are not taken. That is how the operation happens. And it is everyday struggle, inevitable struggle, all the time struggle. Goes on till the bhoga vrittis, bhoga samskaras get reduced and yoga sthiti in us becomes stronger and stronger. One is this: we have to help ourselves by all such means. Second is creating those paristhithis around us, which remind us of yoga more than the bhoga. It is also very essential thing and helpful thing. हमारे चारों तरफ हम कौन से परिस्थितियां बना रहे, है ना. द घर का माहौल कहो, लोगों को किन को बुला रहे आप. इस तरह वट एवर द पॉसिबल ambiences or atmospheres we can create, and keeping that music sound of something divine related, a beautiful quotations kept in the house, or the reminders through the pictures of Bhagavan. Now these are the paristhithis around us which are very helpful we can create, ताकि जब हम भूल जाते हैं ना वो हमको याद कराते. भूल तो जाते हैं हम, भुलक्कड़ है. सो देन दे रिमाइंड अस. सो दी परिस्थितियों का हम बाहर बनाना, ये हमको ही बनाना पड़ता है. एंड वी टेक द हेल्प. Hari Om. Ah. Second help is creating those paristhithis and ambiences. Just like even though I am sincere, genuine in doing my yoga sadhanas, but if the paristhithis, ambiences are of the bhoga type, then that bhogas attract us, at least distract us and disturb us. Negative. Same way the positive also. Even if my mind is sometime bhoga pravritta, these things which we make around can help us in reducing the influence and intensity of this bhoga pravritti if do not eliminate completely. In that way, help let us take off creating that type of thing around. है कि नहीं? And our own choice of quotations, we ourselves can write. Doesn't matter. Any thought which is helpful in protecting the yogi in us is always good. You write your own, in your own way, which helps us. Like you put a Ganapati Bhagavan photo and write there. If you become a bhogi forgetting my upasana, I'll be angry with you. I will not bless you. Such type of thing. When I look at it, then I am reminded, Arey, how come I have forgotten my Ganapati puja today? How I wasted my time in this or that. ऐसे कुछ भी आपको quotations of Gita, Upanishad, Mahatmas, whatever we have heard, whichever have inspired us, touched our hearts, which we feel, yeah, this is good, it's helpful to me. Nothing wrong even if we add something to it, which helps us improve upon sentences for your convenience, for your inspiration, and that also is a great, great help. Second help is that one, Narayana. Now, the third help is the like minded people around us who are spiritual. We may be in proximity with them, we may be in interaction with them, we may be in contact with them, or we may not be, but we remember them. We see they are doing great sadhanas. We see they are very well disciplined. We see they are very nicely committed. So, remembering those few people, one, two, three, or four, that also helps us. See, he is not wasting his time. See, he's getting up early, early in the morning. See, he has conquered his that tamoguna and all. See, a minimum rest he takes, that's enough for him. And I need so many hours. Why is it so? And you see these food habits, very less. If he can do it, why I can't do? Anna, see, in his contact list, only few people are there. And only the people with purpose, that too spiritual, come to him. And to me, every useless fellow comes and distract me. So let me learn from that person. Like that, a like-minded person or person of the same field doing better than us, their help we can take directly, indirectly. Directly is interact with them, interact. That's not necessary much, but ऑब्जर्व तो कर सकते हैं, इंस्पिरेशन तो पा सकते हैं, अपने आप में भी इम्प्लीकेटमेंट कर सकते हैं. You can copy, nothing wrong. Copying means those disciplines, those regularities, those commitments. है ना? ये वाला third help can help us to replace the bhogi rogi in us by the yogi. Slowly, slowly. Then definitely the fourth help we can take is of our own Guru Maharaj. We have to have our Guru, preferably living, even if not the Gurus whom we met in our life. And the Guru physically alive is always better because we can go and discuss, but it has its limitation that familiarity, physical proximity may make us not fully devoted to him. दोनों फायदा भी है नुकसान भी. Just like the gurus, mahatmas who are not in the body. The faida with them is what? We don't see them physically, therefore we can give the reverential divine position to them. Because physically हमने नहीं देखा उनको, है ना? like some great rishis. We have not seen them physically. Therefore, the reverential attitude easily आ जाता है. Physically देखते ही immediately the thought comes, he is also like me. Therefore, the whole value respect goes away. If there is a physical proximity. है ना? Up these gurus who are not in Sharira, we can have reverential attitude. But the problem is we cannot directly physically interact with them to get answers to our questions. If we have tuned to the higher devotional level, very higher, through lot of upasana, many lives, and if they want to be accessible to us, then they guide us and they make us catch that guidance also. That's a very subtle communicational level. One can reach very, very beautiful it is if we can afford. If we can try, we can reach to that level. But the gurus, the Mahatmas, and those who are physically alive, go interact with them, put in front of them. Ki the bhogi in me is nowadays overpowering. Oh Guru, what to do? So he will give those instructions. Or the yogi in me is somehow losing the inspiration. Oh Guru, guide me. You know, the Guru guides. Therefore, the fourth help of the Gurus we must necessarily take with prayatna. No, yesterday you saw that beautiful guidance by Shri Vasishtaji telling to Rama, like a Daridra puts all efforts to get the money those days. Money mean diamonds. Because एक बढ़िया सा डायमंड मिल जाए पूरा जिंदगी का दशा बदल जाता है. Therefore, they go deep into the oceans. They go to deep into the jungles. They go far away into the mountains to procure that money. He compared yesterday the Sadhu Mahatmas to that money. So as that Daridra gone in search of that money to such big, big, difficult places with all his efforts, a sadhaka should always be in search of that money, the Mahatma and Guru. Paurushena prayatnena, it was said. By all means. Same way, by all means, we should be able to make the Guru tune to us. Before that, we have to tune to him. And if we have to tune, if it's in our hands, if we tune to him fully with our Shraddha and Bhakti, he will test us. But in all those tests, if we pass, then he also will tune to us. Thereafter, slowly, first the gross communications, thereafter the subtler communications start happening. If that subtle communication with the Guru is established, it's the highest level, continuously is guiding in our thinkings, in our decisions, in our undertakings. बिंदास जिंदगी रहता है. पता चलता भी है वो कि गुरु महाराज मुझे अंदर से गाइड कर रहे हैं. All those guidance are authentic, shastriya, and helpful, positive to become a yogi in us. Really very good, very beautiful. So the fourth help necessarily we have to take is of the gurus. Obviously, the fifth, last but not the least, is the help of the Ishtadevatas, our own Upasya Devata. And that Upasya Devata's help also is not less. They are really of highest power concern for us. And in fact, because of their grace only, we are getting all the bhoga also. But we were asking for it. And we were becoming rogi. No, instead of that, ask for the yoga. Anna, when we ask for the yoga, those devatas, they have their own techniques and powers again to bless us. The devata upasana, and then there the sankalpa is important, and regular puja is important. Upasana. The upasana can be Shodashopachara upasana, or you do a bhajana or a kirtana, a japa. All of them are part of upasana. संकल्प करो, हे भगवान मैं आपका 108 नाम बार नाम ले रहा हूं. दिस माई उपासना. प्लीज ब्लेस मी टू बिकम योगी. What is difficulty in this? And lot of benefit. Or I am doing this bhajan or this stotra bhajanam I am doing. Any stotra. बड़ा है तो एक बार विष्णु सहस्रनाम स्तोत्र, ललिता स्तोत्र, छोटा है तो 4 बार 5 बार हनुमान चालीसा, है ना। जो शतबार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई. छूट ही बंदी means is freed from all bandhana, the avidya ajnana bandhana. महासुख is only परमात्मा अनुभूति. So 7 बार पढ़ो फिर हनुमान चालीसा. That also is upasana. Oh Lord, I am coming to you. Tirtha yatra. Okay. And my purpose is make me as a yogi. So I'll climb that, the hillock by foot. अगर हो सके तो if our health permits. तो कितने सारे हमको हजारों पद्धतियां हैं to invoke the कृपा of this upasya ishta devatas. And they're all there ready to bless us, remember. Definitely they are there. So these are the 5 helps we can take. The 6th one goes without saying, which we are doing all the time. That is the krupa, the help or the guidance again of the Shastra also. If you have full faith in Shastra and we are regularly referring to it, okay, शास्त्र में ऐसा कहा करने को, ये मना किया उन्होंने, तो फिर मैं मना करूँगा और ये करूँगा. In that way also, we can try to come out of the bhogi rogi to the yogi state. But always be mindful about who is predominant in us. In our own interest, we have to keep on changing. Right? That is what is for the day today. Let us do our Upanishadic Adhyanam. Narayana. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyatah Sarva वेदांताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सलतत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति सनातनधर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्यसमेत अध्ययन साधनाप्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. आदौ पारायणम्. Let us do the chanting of 6 mantras from 11 to 16 of this first chapter. ॐ ज्ञात्वा देवं सर्वपाशापहानिः क्षीणैः क्लेशैर्जन्ममृत्युप्रहाणिः तस्याभिध्यानात् तृतीयं देहभेदे विश्वैश्वर्यं केवल आप्तकामः एतज्ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चित् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत् अग्नेर्यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्तिः न दृश्यते नैव च लिङ्गनाशः स भूय एवेन्धनयोनिगृह्यः तद्वोभयं वै प्रणवेन देहे स्वदेहमरणिं कृत्वा प्रणवं चोत्तरारणिं ध्याननिर्मतनाभ्यासात् देवं पश्येन्निगूढवत् तिलेषु तैलं दधिनीव सर्पिः आपः स्रोतः स्वरणीषु चाग्निः एवमात्मात्मनिगृह्यतेऽसौ सत्येनैनं तपसा योऽनुपश्यते सर्वव्यापिनम् आत्मानं क्षीरे सर्पिरिवार्पितम् आत्मविद्या तपोमूलं तद्ब्रह्मोपनिषत्परं तद्ब्रह्मोपनिषत्परम् ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम् अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, let us chant the ninth mantra. ज्ञाग्नौ द्वावजावीशनीशौ अजाह्येका भोक्तृभोग्यार्थयुक्ता अनन्तश्चात्मा विश्वरूपो हि अकर्ता त्रयं यदा विन्दते ब्रह्ममेतत्. What a beautiful, important shloka. We are doing the adhyana of it. The Prashna latest by the Purvapakshi is, in the Ekamevadhyaya Brahma, Prapancha itself is not there. Then how come there is Jiva Ishwara Bheda? No? And the Brahman is Ajanma, Avikari, Niravayava, Ityad. Okay, it's a good question, worthy of asking. And the answer given is, first straight away, in this mantra, what is there? That Adi Shankara Bhagavan says, then he quotes from all the Upanishads and then guides us. What is it is? Ajahi Eka. Yes, you are right. Brahman is Nirguna Nirakar. But there is Maya Shakti of that Brahman, because of which that Brahman alone is appearing as Jiva and Ishvara. Appearing only. And the Jiva Ishvara is appearance, the Brahman is intact. And about Maya, it has no independence of its own. Therefore, all the doubts, questions are sorted out. Is the Brahman intact, Nirguna Nirakara? Yeah. Is there Jiva Jagat? Very much. How? Because of Maya. Is Maya is there? Yes. Therefore, there is Maya, there is Jagat, there is Jiva, there is Ishvara. Then all these four, are they creating any Dvandva, Dvaita in the Brahman? No. These are the few things Pakka we have to understand. That is how it is. And the basic thing is, as a Jiva, we are holding on to the Prapancha. Therefore, the Sukshmata in us to understand these things, the Sukshmata in us to recognize and avoid. In the Nirguna Brahma, we are missing it. Let us make ourselves Sukshma and hold on to Nirguna Brahma, then we are beyond all these Dvaita and Dvandva, even though we play in them as per requirement. So this is what is the crux of Vedanta covered in this most beautiful enchanting shloka 9. So this point, let us start our chanting or study from here. Ki, therefore, after talking about all the Upanishadic quotations, ityadi Shruti Smriti Siddha. In this way, given in Shruti Smriti authentically, Vishwajanani, the one who is the creator of the entire Vishwa, Devatma Shakti Rupa, the one which is the Atma Shakti of the Devata, the Lord, the Brahman, Eka, which is one without second. It is there. That Maya is very much operational. When we are seeing the Dvandvatmaka Jagat, in Nirguna Brahma, it is not there. देवात्म शक्ति रूपा एकाम स्विकार भूत भोक्तृभोग भोग्यार्थ प्रयुक्ता सी स्विकार भूत भोक्तृभोग भोग्य अर्थ प्रयुक्ता. It is the vikara of the Maya that the Brahman is seen as the Bhokta and the Brahman is seen as the Bhogya and the Brahman is seen as the Bhoga. Try to catch it. विश्वजननी देवात्म शक्ति रूपा एका सविकार भूत भोक्तृभोग भोग्यार्थ प्रयुक्ता एंड ईश्वर निकटवर्तिनी. Oh, pure in the Ishvara's Nigarani it is there. You cannot give independence to the Maya. Then Ishvara's Ishvaratva goes away. And Maya being Jada, it cannot operate by itself. Therefore, it has to be at the Ishvara's Nikatavartini. Then King Kurvana. Whatever the Ishvara orders, it does, it has infinite Shakti to do. Avatishtate. Now, as beautifully talked about Maya here, very less places we see. Every of these words are worthy of keeping in mind. One is what? Shruti Smriti Siddha. There is an authority of Shruti and Smriti for the existence of Maya. Not in Nirguna Brahma Sthai, but at this Sthai or level. Shruti Smriti Siddha. Second is Vishwajanani. This is the one because of the entire Vishwa is projected. Then Deva Atma Shakti Rupa. It is its Atma is Paramatma. Deva hai jiska Atma hai wo Shakti. Fourth one is Eka. Fifth one is स्विकार भूत भोक्तृभोग भोग्यार्थ प्रयुक्ता. अपने ही विकार से वो भोक्तु भोग्य भोग त्रिपुटी इट प्रोजेक्ट्स. सिक्स्थ वन इज ईश्वर निकटवर्तिनी, इन प्रॉक्सिमिटी विद ईश्वर. लास्ट सेवंथ इज किं कुर्वाणा. किं कुर्वाणा मीन्स इट विल डू ओनली व्हाट ईश्वरा सेज. दैट इज व्हाट इन अदर are called किंकर, like Yama Kinkara. They do only that which Yama says. जिसको लाने को बोलते हैं उसी को ले आते किंकर, है ना. लाइक इन तुलसी रामायण किंकर कंचन कोह काम के, है ना. काम क्रोध लोभ के किंकर है दुष्ट लोग करके वहां कहते किंकर, है ना. So she is a kinkari of Ishvara. She has not got anything by herself to do. That's the Maya because of which on Parabrahma, without changing Parabrahma, the Ishvara Jiva is projected. Obviously, first the Upadhis are projected. Through the Upadhita Adhatmya, the Brahman is seen as Jiva as Ishvara. We are at the Jiva level. Our job is to surrender our individual Upadhis to Ishvara and realize our Brahma Tattva. These are the very essential spiritual things to be kept in mind with full doubtless understanding. Okay. Now tasmat, therefore, saha api mayi, that maya yukta Ishvara Parameshwaraha, maya upadhi sannidehe, because of the proximity of the maya upadhi very near to him, tadvaniva, he appears to be maya yukta Ishvara. That Ishvara, the Parabrahma, because of the functioning through the maya, appears as Ishvara. First one. Second is what? Karya bhutaihi dehadivihi. And this Maya's karya are all the deva, dehadi. है ना? देहा means मनुष्य, पशु, पक्षी, वनस्पति, देवता. All these देहादियों के द्वारा तद्वदेव, है ना? That Parabrahma only through the Maya is Ishvara, the Parabrahma only through the Maya Karya, which are various dehas, appearing to be those dehins whom we call as jivas. The Chaurasi lakh yoni. And each yoni species, millions of specimen, past, present, future, going on, coming and going in their Prakriti. And when they are there, through them, that Paramatma only is expressing as that Jiva. So if you take a dog, dog's Sharira, Stula, and dogs whatever, Sukshma Sharira, they are expression of Maya. Through that, the Parabrahma only is expressing as that Jiva. Any Jiva you take for that matter, any Deha you take for that matter. That's how Maya Upadi Sanridehe Tadvaniva Karyabhutai Dehadibihi Tadvadiva Vibhaktaihi Va Vibhaktaha Ishvara Adi Rupena Avatishtate. And because the Upadis are different, therefore he appears to be expressing differently in them. है ना? Like 0-watt bulb, 100-watt bulb, or the yellow bulb, red bulb, or the bulb or fan. Electricity only is expressing through them. Electricity doesn't change. Same way, the Nirguna Brahma doesn't change. But through the Upadi, he alone is expressing like that. He has not become like that. He is appearing like that. Difference between appearing and becoming, every day we are discussing. Like a singer on the stage. He has not become the singer to forget his original, whatever the personality. He is bringing his ability of singing and appearing as singer, appearing as dancer, appearing as player. And anything which disappears in time should be talked as appearance only when it is there. Otherwise, if something is real, it should not disappear. If it is appearing, it is not real. If it is not real, it is appearance. So, in this way, vibhaktaihi va vibhaktaha ishwaradi rupena avatishtate. तो माया समष्टि, माया कार्य व्यष्टि. समष्टि माया से परब्रह्म इज ईश्वर. माया कार्य के द्वारा that Paramatma expressing as variety of the jivas, you and I. Is only appearing. That is the underlining point. अगर कोई जीव बन गयो, जीव रियल है, तो then no jiva can get moksha then. क्योंकि अब बन गया. The fact that every jiva can realize the Brahman and get moksha itself is enough to say that all the jiva bhavas are appearances only because of the upadis. How very simple thought now. Go beyond the upadis. You are one with Brahman. One with Brahman doesn't mean there are two Brahmans, that I am with him. I realize myself to be Brahman. Therefore, tasmad. Therefore, beautiful conclusion. Tasmad. Ekasmin ekarase paramatmani. The Paramatma is one without second and ekarasa. Anandarasa, sadrasa, chidrasa. Ekasmin ekarase paramatmani abhyupagamyamane api. Even though, as per the scriptural authority, Brahman is accepted as Eka and Ekarasa. Ekameva Advayam Brahma, Nirguna Nirakara ityadi. Yet, Jiva Ishwaradi Sarva Laukika Vaidika Sarva Bheda Vyavahara Siddhi. Jiva Ishwaradi, all Laukika Vaidika, Bheda and their Vyavahara is very much there in brackets because of the Devatma Shakti, the Maya. Therefore, all the way the Puranas talk about the Jiva suffering, the Ishwar, they do the surrender to. Ishwara comes and blesses them. All of them are very much there at this thigh of Maya's operation. And that doesn't change the Brahman's Brahmasthiti. Okay. Then Nacha Tayoho Vastu Antarasya Sadbhavavat Dvaitavada Prasakti. है ना? The Dvaita in the Jiva Ishvara, the Dvaita in Jiva Jiva is Maya Kalpita. Only Maya Kalpita. Therefore, Vastu Rupena, they are Advaita. Therefore, the appearing Dvaita doesn't create Dvaita. Appearing Dvaita do not create the Dvaita because it is only appearance. Therefore, even though Jiva, Ishvara, Adi Bheda Rupena, Prakatanam is going on, yet the Advaita principle intact hai. Because these are only appearances. That is what he says here. Jiveshwaradi nacha tayoho vastu antarasya sadbhavat dvaitavada prasakti. Vastu rupena, vastu antara means substratum. Substratum is one Brahman only. These are all superimposed because of Maya. Because of the substratum being one, there is no hani to the Advaita Sthiti. So too, Maya, there may be a Dvaita because of Maya. No, Maya Anirvachatvena. Maya being explainable, undefinable. Therefore, Maya Anirvachatvena Vastutva Ayogat. You cannot give it the Vastu Sthiti. Therefore, Vastu Sthiti means reality. इसलिए वो भी ब्रह्म में द्वैत का निर्माण नहीं कर सकता और माया के कारण ब्रह्म में द्वैत नहीं है. तथा आह, there is a quotation for it. एषा ही भगवान माया सदसद व्यक्ति वर्जिता इति. This is the Maya of Bhagavan which cannot be definably told as Sat or Asat. It can be a catalyst way utilized. In pure Brahman, it is Asat. But when we see the Jagat, it is Sat, that because of that only, the Brahman is taken as appearing as Jiva Jagat Ishwara. Like we give the common example of my speech. In me, the pure self, there is no speech. But when I am communicating to you, it is very distinctly, conspicuously, the speech is there. In me, the pure self, the speech is Asat. But when I am talking to you, in the Vyavahara, it is Sat. The non-speaker me is made speaker by this speaking power, Maya. But it cannot exist independent of me, the self. But me is not disturbed by this my power of speech. With this, the second line is over of this mantra, Ajaheka Bhoktru Bhogyartha Yukta. So therefore, even though in Nirguna Brahma, because it is Advitiya Advaita, there is no Maya, but Shruti Smriti Siddha, this Anirvachaniya Maya Shakti very much is operational when we see the world at the Dvaita level. And that Dvaita is only imagination, projection, appearance on Brahman because of this Maya Shakti. And those 5 things about Maya, always remember. Shruti Smriti Siddha, Vishwajanani, Devatma Shakti Rupa, Eka, Swavikara Bhuta Bhoktru Bhogyartha Prayukta, Ishvara Nikadavartini, then Vikurvana, King Kurvana. 7 ideas about Maya we got here. Very, very clearly. Very beautiful. Therefore, Maya Janita or Maya Kruta or Maya Kalpita or Maya ke karan appearing Dvaita. Vastu is one, therefore there is no Dvaita, Advaita only. Maya being undefinable, that also will not create the Dvaita in the Brahman. He is Advaita only. So in this way, Ajaheka Bhoktru Bhogyartha Yukta. Now the third line, Anantaschatma. Anantaschatma Vishwarupo Hi Akarta. Then Trayam Yada Vindate Brahma Metat. These two lines we have to study with Bhashyam. Now, Yasmat Aja Eva, because the Aja, the Maya only, Bhoktradi Rupa itself is taking the form of Bhoktru, Bhogya and Bhoga. Bhoktradi Rupa. Tasmat. Therefore, Tat Svikritya. If this knowledge is accepted, that the triputi of Bhokta, Bhogya and Bhoga is Maya Kruta. Bhokta Adirupa Aja Eva Tasmat Tatsvikrutya. What about the whole world? Therefore, Mithya Siddhya Vastutva Sambhavat. Mithya Siddha Vastutva Sambhava means the entire Vastu of the Jagat, which has these three things of Jiva Jagat, Bhoktru Bhogya Bhoga, all of that is Vastutva Asambhava. It is unreal. Vastutvam is reality. माया से प्रोजेक्टेड होने के कारण सारा जगत अभी मिथ्या पता चला. जगत मीन जीव जगत ईश्वर और ब्रह्मन is always proved to be anantaha. Anantaha cha atma. He is ananta. What we see is the santa bhokta, bhogya and bhoga. Therefore, we say the Paramatma is antayukta. Because the bhokta, bhogya and bhoga are proved to be the appearances because of Maya, they are avastu. Because they are avastu, they won't trouble the anantatva of the Paramatma. That is how Paramatma is proved to be endless ananta. So anantaha. Now, cha shabdaha avadharane. Cha means avadharana. Avadharana means ascertaining. Avadharana means firmly saying. Pakka, he and cha. There are cha means yes, avadharana. The Maya Kalpita, either Jiva Jagadishwara Bheda or the Maya Kalpita Bhokta Bhogya Bhoga Bheda will not disturb the Anantata of the Paramatma. Because they are Maya Kalpita, therefore they are not Vastu. और जो वास्तव नहीं है तो फिर अनंत परमात्मा को शांत नहीं कर सकते. Done? Now, what is the meaning of Ananta? Ananta eva Atma. One point is. Second, then Asya Antaha Parichedaha Deshataha Kalataha Vastutaha va na vidyate iti. Asya, that whose Antaha, ending or limitation, is not possible because of Desha, because of Kala, because of Vastu. That which is not limited by Desha, Kala, Vastu is called Ananda. Therefore, if the Brahman, the Atman, the reality, is not limited by the Desha, means what? He is in all Desha. All Deshas are in him. If he is not limited by the Kala, means Kala cannot limit him, bind him, and make him end. He is there at all Kala, and all the Kala is in him. So, to his Ananta with regard to Vastu means Vastu doesn't limit him. All Vastus are in him, he is beyond the Vastu. He is in every Vastu. In this way, Paramatma is Desha Kala Vastu Drishtya Ananta. So, Anantaha eva Atma Asya Antaha Parichedaha Deshataha Kalata Vastutah va na vidyate iti. देश काल वस्तु दृष्टि से परमात्मा का अंत नहीं है. इसलिए सब देश में तू, सब काल में तू, सब वस्तुओं में तू. Only through Vedantic study we can come to some comprehension of that Paramatma's presence in and through everything as the Adhishthana. He alone is there actually. On him only the Maya has projected this dazzling world of Jiva Jagadishwara, enchanted by which we are not able to apprehend and comprehend the Brahman, the reality. Now, when we become very subtler, purified in our heart, always we are introverted antarmukha. In course of time, that Paramatma is beyond all this will be realized as ourselves. That is called moksha. Okay. So now Vishwarupaha, another word is explained. Ananta definition is explained. Nirvachana. Now Vishwarupa is explained. Anantaschatma Vishwarupo hi akarta. Trayam yada vindate brahma metat. These are the two lines we have to study. No? Ajnagnyau dau ajavishanishau aja heka bhoktrubogyarthayukta anantaschatma vishwarupo hi akarta trayam yada vindate brahma metat. These are the four lines of that mantra. First we have understood Jnagnyau Ajau Isha Nishau. There is Jna and Agnya. Both of them are unborn. One is Ishaha, then Ishwara, and Ishaha, other one is Jiva. Then Ajahi Eka, the Maya is the one which is creating Bhoktru Bhoga Bhogya Dvandva Dvaita in Paramatma. But that doesn't make the Paramatma Dvandva Dvaita Yukta is always Advaita. All that we saw. No Anantaschatma Vishwarupa hi Akarta. We are seeing one by one word. Then that Anantaschatma Vishwarupa hi Akarta Sthiti of Brahman, obtained which we become Mukta. How do we achieve it? That is told in the fourth line. Now each one by one word explanation. What is Anantaha? That which is not having Paricheda limitation by Deshakala Vastu. Ananta explained. Now what is the meaning of Vishwarupa? Very trickish explanation. Dhyan se suniye. Vishwarupa means Vishwam Asya Rupamiti. The whole Vishwa is of Paramatma's Rupa only. Vishwam Asya Rupamiti. And how Sara Vishwam is Sarvam. Sarvam means many. Many means variety. How come so many varieties are the Rupa Paramatma? Interesting question. How come so many variety Rupas are of Paramatma? Answer is so simple, beautiful. Because Parasya Vishwam Rupa Vishwamasya Rupamiti Parasya Avishwarupatvat. Because of Paramatma there is no particular Rupa at all to him. Because of that only every Rupa is his only. So the Paramatma is Rupi. And Rupi Paramatma by himself is Arupa by himself. But because he is Arupi, that he is able to take all the Rupas. Because he is Arupi, he is able to take all the Rupas. That's why he is the Vishwarupi. And how do we say? Because that famous quotation, very powerful of all the Upanishads, again and again used whenever we have the doubt regarding such explanation. Here Shankara Bhagavan uses. Okay, Parasya Avishwarupatvat. The explanation, the quotation is Vacharambanam Vikaro Namadeyam iti Rupasya Rupi Vyatirekena Abhavat Vishwarupatvat api Anantyam Siddham ityartha. See that quotation? Vacharambadam Vikaraha Namadeyam. The material remains the same. Like the mud remains same only. It has never becoming Vikrutha. और कुछ नहीं बना वो. but only you gave a name to it called as part. Therefore, only name is the vikara, otherwise the matter remains same. In the example of pot. Same way, Parabrahman is always as he is only. Entire rupas of the world are projected by Maya and the namas are given to it. Therefore, Paramatma is Rupa Rahita. That is why all rupas belong to him. And because the rupas are only नामात्मका नाम के वास्ते है, really परमात्मा में नहीं है. Therefore, even though million rupas are there, they don't create trouble to Paramatma's Anantatva. That is what. So Vishwarupaha Vishwam Asya Eva Rupam Iti Parasya Avishwarupatvato Vacharambanam Vikaro Namadheyam Iti Rupasya Rupi Avyatirekena. The form cannot exist without the one to whom the form is given. Rupasya Rupi Vyatirekena Abhavat. The rupa cannot be without the rupee. One rupee is only taking all the rupas, not the one rupee, 10 रुपया. तो रूपस्य रूपी व्यतिरेकेण अभावात् विश्वरूपत्वादपि. Therefore, Paramatma ka actual there is no rupa. Therefore, he is taking all rupas. And even though he is taking all the rupas, Vishwarupas api व्यतिरेकेण अभावात् विश्वरूपत्वादपि Anantyam Siddham Ityartha. These rupas namas do not create the antata in Paramatma. He remains as Ananta only. His rupas and the nama given to it come and go. So Anantaha and Vishwarupa. Because when you say Ananta, you have understood. Deshakala Vastu Paricheda Rahita. Moment Vishwarupa you say, again you doubt the Anantatva. Because Rupa नामों का अंत नहीं होता, अंत होता है. Therefore, when you say Vishwarupa, then every time like a Lord is there in the form of the leaf. Because his Vishwarupa is to be in the form of the leaf and flower. But शाम होते ही वो पत्ता गिर जाता है, फूल मुरझ जाता है. Therefore, Paramatma became Santa. That's the question, No. Rupa belongs to the Rupa Rahita Paramatma. Okay. And this Paramatma Rupa Rahita doesn't depend on the Rupa. They come and go, it doesn't get disturbed. Therefore, his Anantatva is not disturbed by the appearance and disappearance of Rupa. So he is Arupa, he is Sarvarupa, yet he is Ananta. So that is how Anantaschatma Vishwarupa. Both the things are explained. Now the last one is Akarta. Okay. He Shabda Yasmad Arte. और थोड़ा है he means yasmad because of the reason. Yasmad Vishwarupa Vaishwarupyam Lakshanam Paramatmanah. है ना? Vishwarupa Vaishwarupa Lakshanam Vaishwarupyam Lakshanam Paramatmanah. Yasmad Vishwarupa means Vaishwarupyam. All the form taking is the Lakshana Paramatma. Iti evam adibihi Atmanah Vishwarupatvam ityartah. So why it is called as Vishwarupa? Because though he has no Rupa, every Rupa he alone appears in. Therefore, all Rupas belong to him. That is why he is called as Vishwarupa. See that the seeming contradiction. Has Paramatma any Rupa of his own? No. Therefore alone he is able to take all the Rupas. Therefore, all the Rupas belong to whom? To him only. But because of his Rupas taken up, is he losing his Anantata? No, he is not losing. He is still remaining as Ananta, still he is remaining as Arupa also. And yet, he is appearing as Anantarupa. Anantarupa, Anantanama, Adimula Narayana. Anantashayana, He Jagannatha, Kamalanayana, He Madhava. The bhajana is there, no? That is from this pure Vedantic thought. Okay. Therefore, yatah eva anantah vishwarupah atma, atah eva akarta. अब भगवान इज अनंत है, ही इज अ विश्व रूप है. So what he has got to gain something, so that he has to do something. He is already, all rupas are his. He himself is Ananta. Because of these two reasons, therefore Akarta, he is no Kartrutva in him. That means Kartrutvadi samsara dharma rahitaha ityartaha. The Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva adi, these samsaras are not there to Parama Atma. And that Parama Atma we are. And because of not realizing that Paramatma, out of that ignorance and out of that delusion, unnecessarily we are doing the bhavana of ourselves, being one rupa called as jiva, and we are feeling ourselves to be santa, and to remove that santata and get the anantata, we are continuously becoming the karta and the bhokta, and thus as a samsari we are suffering by not realizing that Paramatma. Therefore, when we realize we are that Paramatma, then we ourselves become Anantaha, then Akarta, then Vishwarupaha. Then because Ananta, Akarta, Vishwarupaha, there is no Jiva Bhava, there is no Upaditadatmya, there is no Samsara. Yet the individual expression goes on happening without the Samsari being created in that. Now, the fourth line is there. Trayam yada vindate brahmam etat. So when this Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara or Bhokta, Bhogya and Bhoga, when all of them are on the substratum only, that substratum behind all these three, when one realizes, then he himself becomes Ananta, Akarta, Vishwarupa. Therefore, the Santa, Karta, Ekarupa Rupi, Jiva Bhava, जो बंधन है, from that he gets liberated, whoever he may be who is doing this sadhana. So, in this last paragraph, that fourth line is explained to us. So, these slokas need little more contemplation for the doubtless clear understanding. As we got the opportunity to listen, let us create also an opportunity to contemplate, so that we give a chance for us to understand all that. Then the journey therefore is what? From the Karta to the Akarta, from the Ekarupa to the Vishwarupa or Arupa, from the Santata to the Anantata, we have to travel in our identity. When we identify the Upadhis, we will be Santa, Ekarupa and Karta Bhokta. Therefore, इनसे हमको डिटैच करते हुए मैं अनंत विश्वरूप अकर्ता आत्मा हूँ, इस भाव को बढ़ाते रहना. And that Ananta Vishwarupa Akarta Atman, on the seat of meditation, when we go beyond the Upadhis, we will be experiencing Him. Please remember, going beyond the Upadhi or any such language used, the meaning is from the wrong notions, wrong convictions, we are coming to right understandings. That is the journey there. Journey is not physical. When I say I go beyond the Panchakoshas to see Brahman, that beyond is not physical travel. Beyond is in the understanding. That's what is taught to us in Taittiriya Upanishad. That the Pranamaya is the Atma, is Annamaya, Manomaya is the Atma of the Pranamaya, Vijnanamaya is the Atma of the Manomaya, Anandamaya is the Atma of the Vijnanamaya, and Parabrahma is the Atma of Anandamaya. It's only the knowing of the subtle, then the gross, and abiding ourselves in it. That is called as going beyond or transcending. Means when I live the life at the mind level, then I have gone beyond the Annamaya Pranamaya. It's not a physical journey. So when I live at the intellectual level, I have crossed the Anna Prana Mano Sthiti. So at the self level, I have gone beyond all Panchakosha. है ना? आप पंचकोश तादात्म्य को पार करोगे, है ना? देन अपने आत्मा अनुभव को पाओगे. इट इज ओनली द एक्सप्रेशन, बट एक्चुअल साधना क्या होता है? वी डू द तादात्म्य विद द आत्मन. In that process, all the Panchakoshas we transcend. Tadatma with the Atman is important because that is real. And in that realization of the real, The Panchakoshas being unreal, you need not do anything with them, they go. Otherwise, if you try to go beyond Panchakoshas, the effort itself sustains them because the effort is put believing that it is real. When you are taking it as real, it will not go away. When the Panchakoshas do not go away, Paramatma is never obtained. Therefore, by going beyond Panchakosha, we see the self, though it is said like that. But actual thing is, we try to see the Paramatma. In that effort, the Panchakoshas are transcended. साधना में ऐसा होता है. Therefore, दृष्टि is only on ब्रह्मन ब्रह्मन ब्रह्मन. उसमें जितना दृष्टि रखो वो पहले समझ में नहीं आएगा, लेकिन एक एक कोश के पार हम जाते रहेंगे. And finally, that's realized, all koshas transcend. So, Trayam Yada Vidyate Brahma Metat is one line we are left with to study. Tomorrow we'll study it. Thank you very much. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramanishubhyo Parabrahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Namaha. Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Come in 5 minutes for Gita. Thank you.